Hello students, welcome to a new lecture of chemical bonding. In the last class we were discussing about molecular orbital theory and we have applied it to simple molecules like hydrogen molecule, and then comes helium molecule, and then comes lithium molecule, right? Beryllium molecule we have tried to see its diagram, but at the end we got zero bond order for beryllium molecule, which means the molecule don't exist, right? So after beryllium molecule what comes next is boron molecule, then comes carbon molecule, then comes nitrogen molecule, then comes oxygen molecule and fluorine molecule, right? We will see each and every molecule by following the same concept, but what you should know here is the electronic configuration of the atoms present in that molecules you must be perfect in. If you are perfect in electronic configuration of atomic orbitals, combining them will give you molecular orbitals, and in these type of molecular orbitals there is one difference. All of the molecules are not same till nitrogen. All the molecules which are coming from the beginning till nitrogen, we have to remember one point in drawing the diagram. Before drawing the diagram, what we have to remember is till nitrogen molecule, the molecular orbital energy diagram is called as MOED of N2. In the exam they may ask you draw the MOED of nitrogen molecule, means you have to draw the total diagram neatly describing each and every detail clearly, right? MOED diagram of N2 means you have to draw energy diagram of N2. Same way MOED diagram of O2 means you have to draw it for O2, and same goes for F2 also, right? So in the molecular orbital energy diagram you have to remember that till nitrogen molecule the diagram is unsymmetrical. The diagram is unsymmetrical, and after nitrogen, which is from oxygen till the end, what is the end here? Oxygen and fluorine, the MOED diagram is if that is unsymmetrical, this becomes symmetrical. This becomes symmetrical, right? Remembering these two important points, let us draw the molecular orbital diagram for boron. Okay. To do that, what you need to do is, let us draw neatly. Right. This is the energy level diagram of boron, in which what is the electronic configuration of boron atom? 1s2, 2s2 and 2p1 of boron atom. Same way 1s2, 2s2, 2p1 of another boron atom. These are which orbitals? These are atomic orbitals of boron. Right? Atomic orbitals of boron, in which 2 means 2 electrons, 2 means another 2, and in that the other 2 p orbitals are empty, but they are there, right? So now these are the atomic orbitals. You have filled the electrons in atomic orbitals. In between what comes is molecular orbitals. The first one, the first level is 1s2 of this boron and 1s2 of that boron combines in such a way that half of them becomes bonding and another half of them becomes antibonding, just like hydrogen, helium, lithium only, right? So this becomes sigma 1s2 and this becomes sigma star 1s2. In sigma 1s2, 2 electrons. In sigma star 1s2, 2 electrons. This is bonding and this is anti-bonding. I don't have to mention that every time, because if there is a star, it is anti-bonding. If there is no star, it is a bonding. Bonding should be below and anti-bonding should be above, right? You cannot write sigma star 1s2 here or sigma 1s2 here. You cannot draw, because always anti-bonding should have higher energy and bonding should have lower energy. Then once you are done with this, let us go to the next shell, in which 2s2 atomic orbital of one boron, 2s2 atomic orbital of another boron. Total how many electrons? 4 electrons. Out of that, 2 should come here and 2 should come here. This is sigma 2s2 and this is sigma star 2s2. This is bonding and this is anti-bonding. Bonding should be at the bottom and anti-bonding should be at the top. Next level is 2p1, right? Let us make the diagram look neat. In this, the 3 atomic orbitals of p and 3 atomic orbitals of p, total how many? 6 atomic orbitals will combine to give 6 molecular orbitals, whether the electrons are there or not, but they combine, right? So total how many? 6 atomic orbitals are there. So how many molecular orbitals you should get is 6. Out of that, half of them, which is nothing but 3 molecular orbital, becomes bonding and 3 molecular orbital becomes anti-bonding. And what did I say? For boron, carbon, nitrogen, the diagram is unsymmetrical. What does it mean by unsymmetrical? This is a square. If I want to cut the square into 2 equal halves, will I get 2 equal halves or not? Yes, right? If it can be divided into 2 equal halves, that means the shape is symmetrical. But suppose this is the shape. This is the shape. Can you cut this shape into 2 equal halves? No, they are not equal halves. Exactly in the middle if you cut, still you will not get 2 equal halves. That shape is called as unsymmetrical, right? It cannot be divided into 2 equal halves, that is unsymmetrical. So for boron, carbon, nitrogen also, the shape is unsymmetrical. How? Let us do that. This is the unsymmetrical diagram. As I told, 6 atomic orbitals combine with each other to give 6 molecular orbitals, and they are placed unsymmetrically, which means if you want to cut it in the center, you will not get 2 equal halves. Will you? No. If this is where you cut, on this side you have 2, 1, but on this side 1 and 2, right? So it is unsymmetrical in shape. Now what are these 2 orbitals? This is pi orbital, because I already told in the beginning, molecular orbitals are not SPDF. Molecular orbital is sigma, pi and delta, right? For atomic orbitals you have s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, f orbital. Same way for molecular orbital, sigma, pi, delta is there, right? Till now we have seen only sigma, but pi also will be there, which comes now, right? So this is sigma, pi, 2px, pi, 2py, right? And this is sigma 2pz, right? Now this is pi 2px, pi 2py, that means this is pi star 2px and this is pi star 2py. If this is pi 2px, this become pi star 2px. If this is pi 2py, this become pi star 2py. Same way, if this is sigma 2pz, this becomes sigma star 2pz. Please draw these diagrams in your notes, because in the textbook they are all combined together for all the molecules. It's not segregated for each and every molecule. Okay? Right, so this is actually, its name should be written below the atomic orbital, but because there is no space, I am writing above the orbital. So right, now we have segregated the molecular orbitals of this, and now let us count the total number of electrons and fill it. 1 plus 2, total how many electrons? Only 2. So shall I write the 2 electrons in 2px only? No, I cannot do, because following the Aufbau's and Pauli's exclusion principle, once all the orbitals contains 1 electron each, you cannot do pairing. So if 2 electrons are there, both of them will get 1 electron each. Now count the total number of electrons of 2 boron atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 10 electrons should be there in boron molecule also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Are there any electrons to be filled in the following orbitals? There are no electrons. If it was there, we would have filled the electrons here, and then moved on to the next, right? So following the 3 rules only, we have filled the 10 electrons in this manner. Right. Now let us start writing its electronic configuration starting from the bottom. What is the electronic configuration of boron molecule? Is sigma 1s2. Then next is sigma star 1s2. Then next is sigma 2s2, then sigma star 2s2, next pi 2px having 1 electron and pi 2py having 1 electron. Both of them are equal in energy, right? These are increasing order, but these two are having same energy. In the energy diagram, they are having same energy, right? So they are equal, therefore you should use that symbol equal to between pi 2px and pi 2py. After pi 2py, any orbital has electrons? No, they don't have. So shall we write? No need, right? Electrons are till here only, so we will write electronic configuration till that orbitals only, right? This is boron molecule, molecular orbital energy diagram, and it is the electronic configuration of boron molecule, right? Now what we will do is, we will calculate its bond order. Bond order of boron molecule. What was the formula? Total number of bonding electrons minus total number of anti-bonding electrons by 2. Now let us count the electrons present in bonding molecular orbitals only. Out of all of them, just count bonding molecular orbitals. Who are bonding orbitals? First of all, this is a bonding, this is also bonding, and this is also bonding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Anti-bonding, who are the anti-bonding? This is anti-bonding and this is anti-bonding. This is also anti-bonding, but there are any electrons? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 10 electrons, 6 are present in the bonding molecular orbitals and 4 are present in the anti-bonding molecular orbitals, divided by 2, which is 2 by 2, bond order is 1. So, in boron molecule, the number of bonds present in the molecule is only 1, right? Now, what we will do is, you copy the diagram of boron molecule by taking a screenshot and after boron who comes next is carbon molecule. We will draw the diagram of carbon molecule. Shall I erase the complete diagram? No need. Here itself, first we will make changes in the carbon atom and then we will make changes in the carbon molecule, right? Okay, this was boron atom. Its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Now what I will do, I will convert this atom into carbon atom. What is the configuration of carbon? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So 1 electron and 2 electron. Same way this one also. This was boron atom. Now I will convert that into carbon atom. What is the configuration of carbon? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So I will add 1 electron, right? In that 2px, 2py, 2pz. 2px and 2py are here, 2pz is here. So 2px, 2py anti-bonding and z anti-bonding, right? So now what I will do, earlier there were 10 electrons, so you have filled in the given order. Now the number of electrons are 12, but there are only 10. Where should I add the next 2? Shall I add the next 2 here? No, I cannot do, because till the lower without pairing the lower energy orbitals, you cannot go for higher energy orbitals. That rule we already know. So right, so the next 11th electron comes here and the 12th electron comes here for carbon molecule, right? So now let us write the electronic configuration of carbon molecule and see the compound or the molecule. Notice that after calculating bond order we will see. Let us first write electronic configuration of carbon molecule. Same way, what is the first? Sigma 1s2, then sigma star 1s2, then sigma 2s2, then sigma star 2s2, then pi 2px 2 and pi 2py 2. This is the electronic configuration of carbon molecule. Now let us calculate the bond order of carbon molecule. Total number of bonding electrons minus total number of anti-bonding electrons divided by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, no more. 8 minus 4 is 4 by 2. So the bond order is 2. That means in carbon molecule, how many bonds are present? 2 bonds. That is, this is the bond order of carbon molecule, in which 2 carbons are having a double bond between them. And now one thing which we have to observe, and one thing which is very special about carbon molecule is, everywhere if there are 2 bonds, if there is a double bond, one bond will, whether the bond is a double bond or a triple bond, first of all there will always be the formation of sigma bond. After the formation of sigma bond, if there are any pi electrons, they will form 1 pi bond or 2 pi bonds. But the first bond which is formed is always a sigma bond. Then only the chances of pi bond starts, right? But in this molecule, you see where are the electrons present in the last orbital. The electrons are present in the pi orbital. That means in carbon molecule, the 2 bonds are pi bonds itself. There is no sigma bond in a carbon molecule. Both the bonds which are present are pi bonds only, not a sigma bond. Actually, what should be the case is, one should be sigma, other should be pi. In ethylene, we know this is ethylene, right? In which what happens? one bond is sigma bond, other bond is pi bond, which you might have already seen, right? But here in carbon molecule both are pi bonds. That is a special feature of carbon molecule, right? Now you draw this diagram of carbon molecule and then we will move towards the next molecule, which is nitrogen molecule. Okay, I will rub this. What is the next atom? Next atom is nitrogen atom. Nitrogen atom. What is the electronic configuration of nitrogen atom? 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So I will make the changes here by writing 2p3, 1 electron. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. I will make the changes here by writing 2p3. Now these are atomic orbitals of nitrogen, atomic orbitals of nitrogen. Which orbitals are present in the center? Molecular orbitals of nitrogen, in which total how many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 7, 14 electrons should be there, but there are only 12. Where should I add the next 2 electrons? 13th electron should come here. Where should I add the 14th electron? Shall I add 14th electron here? No, I cannot add without pairing the lower energy orbital. I cannot go to higher energy orbital. So the 14th electron also should come here, right? So now there are 14 electrons, and in which pi 2px is having a pair, pi 2py is having a pair, and sigma 2pz is also having a pair. Pi means it is a pi bond, sigma means it is a sigma bond, right? Now shall we write the electronic configuration of nitrogen molecule? Let us do so. Electronic configuration of nitrogen molecule, in which starting from sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, then what next? Sigma 2s2, what next? Sigma star 2s2, then what next? Pi 2px, 2 electrons, which is equal to pi 2py, 2 electrons. After that, greater than sigma 2pz is having 2 electrons. This is the electronic configuration of nitrogen molecule. Now let us calculate the bond order of nitrogen molecule. Total number of bonding minus total number of anti-bonding divided by 2. Right? How many bonding? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 10 minus 4. How many you will get? 6 by 2. So the bond order is 3. That means in nitrogen molecule there are how many bonds? 3 bonds. Right? Nitrogen molecule has 3 bonds. Now one thing we can also note down from this molecular orbital energy diagram is, after drawing the complete diagram, you try to see, is there any unpaired electrons in the molecular orbitals or not? Not in the atomic orbitals. Where you should see? You should see the molecular orbitals which are in the center and observe, does any molecular orbital has only 1 electron in each or not? Paired electron, paired electron, paired electron, paired electron, paired electron, paired electron and paired electron, right? That means there are no unpaired electrons present in nitrogen. In nitrogen molecule, no unpaired electrons. Therefore, if the unpaired electrons are absent, what is the nature of that substance? It is diamagnetic in nature. Therefore, nitrogen molecule is diamagnetic. right? Let us look at the magnetic nature for nitrogen itself, because the previous ones which are carbon, boron, not necessary. Okay, these are only important. So for your exam you need to study the molecular orbital energy diagram of nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine very thoroughly. For that you need to practice some 10 times this diagram. Even the slightest mistake also you should not do, right? So to achieve that you have to practice the total diagram 10 times for each molecule. Okay, so this is the diagram for nitrogen molecule. Next we will move on to the next molecule. What is the next molecule after nitrogen? Oxygen molecule. Okay, now I cannot make any adjustments by adding one electron in oxygen molecule, because I told you in the beginning that till nitrogen molecule the diagram is unsymmetrical, which means if I try to cut in between you will not get two equal halves, right? Therefore till nitrogen it is unsymmetrical, but after nitrogen, which is oxygen and fluorine, this diagram becomes symmetrical, which means pi to px and 2py comes above, sigma to pz comes below. If that is the case, the diagram looks completely symmetrical. How? Let us see. Right? So the two, which 1s2 and 2s2 remains obviously the same, so I won't do anything to them. What I will do is, only for this I will make the changes. Let us draw that even more neatly. So which atom we are talking about? Oxygen atom. What is the electronic configuration of oxygen atom? 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. One, two, three, four. Same way 2p4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now you look at the diagram. On this side of the line 2 pi orbitals, on this side of the line also 2 pi orbitals, then sigma, then sigma. If I cut in between, the diagram is symmetrical, which is after nitrogen only. Okay, so now let us fill the electrons in the next class, and we will continue with oxygen and fluorine with this diagram only. Okay, thank you.